We got a question for our American mamas. Dear mamas, we've got to reach this next generation of kids, but I'm not sure we can do that with all the leftist hate they're getting fed in school every day.
Well, let's ask our American mamas.
Mama, mama.
Told me not to come. She said, that ain't the way I know.
And joining us now are American mamas, Teri Netterville and Denise Arthur. This is a big problem. We see these stories all the time of kids not really able to think for themselves in the classroom. If they do, they get in trouble.
Strong kids do.
Okay.
Kids that our kids do.
Yeah, and I think
there are a lot of kids out there that do. We just buried one Saturday that is the prime example of a young person that made their own decision and against all odds, a young black Republican at that, conservative.
Who loved Trump.
Yeah.
On top of that.
Talking about Emmanuel Slack. He was a 17-year-old here in Shreveport, Louisiana. He did die in a house fire. But it was kind of amazing at his funeral. Can I just go down a list again?
Please do. It was so impressive.
Think about this is the funeral of a 17-year-old boy. All right? Think about this. He got a letter from the Louisiana Attorney General Jeff Landry. He got a letter from the Secretary of State Kyle Ardoin. These were both read at his funeral. The parish commissioner, Mario Chavez, was there, had another parish commissioner, Jim Talaferro, was there. U.S. Congressman Mike Johnson got up and spoke. The head of the local NAACP. Yep. So you had all these Republicans speaking, but you also had the head of the local NAACP speaking. He had his ROTC officers get up and speak. Senator John Kennedy, Louisiana senator, sent a flag that was flown over the Capitol for a 17-year-old. Right. And then Governor Greg Abbott from Texas, not even the state he lives in, sent a challenge coin from the Republican Party of Texas to the funeral. Name another 17-year-old who gets that kind of accolade from that many different people in power, in positions of power.
And there were people from every walk of life, every color, every religion. I mean, literally. See, this is what's so important. This is what is so important. All those people you were just naming off, those are people that mentored to Emmanuel. It is our job as adults, when you see a young person that is just remotely interested in politics or in becoming a Republican or conservative, Teri, you have to stop what you're doing. And let me tell you, these men, and I want to say men because it was mostly men, but people like Mario Chavez and people like Senator Mike Johnson, like they treated Emmanuel like he was one of them, like a grown man. They were grooming him.
And there was something in Emmanuel. He felt so convicted that part of his purpose on this earth was to reach out to these people and say, how can I help my country?
Right.
I am a black conservative male. And as people know by now, he would take a fact binder to school. If anybody wanted to debate, he would do it in a loving manner. He would do it with facts. He didn't want to fight anybody. He just felt convicted.
Right.
And then to have the wherewithal to reach out to these people and make such an impact on their lives in the way that he did.
And he was demanding.
Yes.
Yeah. He called the woman from the NAACP, and he didn't ask her. He told her, I am going to come and talk. I want to come and talk to your group.
Yes.
Because they need to hear another side. But these, if you have a child like this, they did.
Respected him. Why?
But it's our job. It is our job to help them. You know, Emmanuel had no fear. But there are a lot of young people out there that feel like Emmanuel, but they have fear. And that's what we have to help them with, because we know that ourselves. We both had fear of opening our mouths and being condemned for whatever reason. But that's what I'm saying. If you know a child like this, it is our duty. It's our hope. Yeah. It's our future.
And it's your obligation to instill this in your children and this next generation. If you're a teacher or a parent or a mentor of some sort, a Sunday school teacher, it is so apparent. It is so important for us to allow our children to recognize and understand their voice matters. Their purpose on this earth matters. And my dad would say that to us kids, the four of us growing up. He would say, everybody has a story. And everybody's story matters. Everybody's purpose on earth is divinely afforded for all of us to make this world a better place, to better mankind. Emmanuel did that.
See,
And
I
he
wish
did
young
that-
people. I wish young people everywhere knew about Emmanuel. I seriously, they really. I think he would give them courage. I really believe that there are young people out there that don't have courage, and I think that Emmanuel. And I think now, like we're trying to figure this out. Why did this happen? But maybe this is it, Teri. Maybe these young Republican groups, maybe we need to reach out to them. They need to know that there was a brave
Very brave.
boy in this town. He was so brave. He took out a full-page ad in his yearbook, which will be coming out next year, saying, running for Senate, 2036, Emmanuel. Like he like Mike Johnson, move over. I'm taking your job. That's the kind of kids we need for our future.
They actually, the yearbook editor was there, and the principal, they were talking about, he wanted that yearbook to come out this summer. They said, no, it won't be able to be next year. It came out like 2 days
early
after.
because he was on the yearbook committee.
Yeah, he got that
If
done
you'd like to
too.
ask our American Mamas a question, go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/American Ground Radio, facebook.com/American Mamas. Teri Netterville, Denise Arthur. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.